welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we are diving deep into Cane Corsos.
Sounds fun.
You specifically wanted to know about Cane Corso jaw strength.
Right.
And let me tell you, we found some incredible stuff.
Yeah.
We read through tons of blog posts and breed websites and even looked at scientific studies on bite force.
Oh, wow.
To bring you the truth about these powerful dogs.
Yeah, when you think about a Cane Corso,
Yeah.
you're not just looking at a powerful dog.
Right.
You're really seeing like centuries of breeding
Oh, wow.
for strength and protection.
Right.
Like woven into their very DNA.
Okay, so Cane Corsos are like Italian Mastiffs,
Yeah, right.
descended from ancient Roman war dogs.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a heck of a family tree.
Yeah, and their history is so tied to guarding and protection.
Mhm.
They were the ultimate guardians.
Right.
For centuries.
Yeah.
Protecting livestock property and people from threats.
Mm.
So they had to be powerful
Yeah.
and intimidating.
Right.
And their jaw strength is a huge part of that.
So it's not just about looking scary. They actually needed the bite to match.
Absolutely. And, when you talk about bite force,
Yeah.
we're talking about so much more than just their teeth.
Right.
It's really the structure of their head
Mm-hmm.
and jaw.
Oh, so it's like nature built them to bite really hard?
Precisely. Like their skull is broad and strong,
Mm-hmm.
designed to withstand a ton of force.
Wow.
And their jaw muscles,
Yeah.
they are ripped.
Uh-huh.
Like they have these massive temporalis muscles
Right.
along their head.
Yeah.
And then powerful masseter muscles connecting their jaw to their cheekbone.
Mm.
All those muscles work together
Yeah.
to generate so much biting power.
Okay, so they are super muscular, but what kind of numbers are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I know bite force is measured in PSI,
Right.
pounds per square inch.
Yep. And studies have shown that a Cane Corso can bite with 700 PSI.
700.
To put that in perspective,
Yeah,
think about a human bite,
right.
which is maybe 120
Okay.
to 140 PSI. So a Cane Corso is 5 or 6 times stronger.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I am suddenly realizing how strong those jaws are. But is that 700 PSI just pure strength?
It's more than just strength.
Okay.
Their muzzle is shaped in a way that gives them a mechanical advantage.
Mm.
So that broad square muzzle
Yeah.
acts like a lever. So it amplifies the force
Okay.
from their jaw muscles.
So like a nutcracker.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
And on top of that,
Yeah.
their teeth are perfect for what they do.
Right.
They have these large, sharp canines
Right.
for gripping and tearing,
Yeah.
and then strong crushing molars
Uh-huh.
for grinding.
Okay.
So it's like they have this built-in toolkit
Yeah.
for anything they need to bite.
So it's not just strength, it's actually intelligent design too. Like nature knew what it was doing when it made these dogs.
That's incredible.
It makes you wonder what it's like to experience the world with that kind of power.
It's a fascinating question.
It really is.
To imagine feeling that force every time they bite or chew, it would change how you see the world, wouldn't it?
Totally,
Exactly.
totally. So knowing that, let's look at how jaw strength affects their everyday life.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's got to impact everything from eating
Yeah.
to playing.
Right. It really does impact everything.
Mm.
Let's start with chewing.
Okay.
Every dog loves to chew on stuff.
Yeah.
But for Cane Corso,
Yeah.
it's not just playing around. It's like an instinct.
Right.
They got to do it.
So I'm guessing we aren't talking about those fluffy, squeaky toys.
Oh, no.
Ah.
If you want a toy to last longer than like 5 minutes with a Cane Corso,
Yeah.
you got to go heavy duty,
Right.
like hard rubber,
Okay.
nylon bones,
Yeah.
things that can take a beating.
Okay.
Think about the power it takes to like crush a bone.
Yeah.
Your Cane Corso could do that.
Wow. Okay, so chew toys, check.
Yeah,
What about their food? Does that jaw strength affect their diet?
it can.
How so?
It can eat tougher foods
Okay.
that other dogs might choke on.
Oh, like what?
Raw meat,
Oh, okay.
bones. Their jaws are made to break that stuff down.
So I guess you skip the kibble and go straight for the good stuff.
Yeah, but you should always talk to your vet
Right, of course.
to figure out the best diet for your dog.
Yeah. Good point.
Now, going beyond the day-to-day things,
Yeah.
like eating and chewing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we talked about those working roles they had?
Right, like guarding and protection.
Yeah, and their jaw strength was so important for that.
Well, how did it help them?
Imagine you're someone trying to break in somewhere,
Yeah.
and you see this Cane Corso
Right.
with these huge jaws
Oh, yeah.
and this look in his eyes.
Yeah.
Would you
Right.
keep going?
Probably not.
Their bite is a deterrent.
Right.
Like a giant sign that says, don't mess with me.
Uh-huh. I'm picturing someone trying to break into a place guarded by a Cane Corso and just turning right around.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's not just about being aggressive, right?
Of course not.
Okay.
A Cane Corso that's trained well
Right.
isn't just a biting machine.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And loyal. They need to be able to judge a situation,
Yeah.
react the right way,
Right.
and most importantly,
Yeah.
listen to their owner. So they need to have the power, but also the control.
Yeah, like a balance.
Exactly.
Owning a Cane Corso isn't just about like
Yeah.
cuddles and puppy pictures.
No,
It's
no.
a real commitment
Yeah.
to understanding them
Right.
and managing their strength.
Yeah, it's kind of like owning a supercar.
Oh, yeah.
You got to know what you're doing.
You can't just jump in and go.
Exactly.
So even playing with a Cane Corso
yeah.
takes a little more awareness.
Okay. In what way?
You have to be careful of their strength.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing fetch,
Right?
you need tough toys.
Okay.
Ones that are the right size.
Yeah.
And can take those powerful bites.
Yeah. And I'm guessing no roughhousing.
Yeah. You don't want to encourage biting.
Right.
You got to teach them to use that energy
Yeah.
and power
Right.
in a safe way.
In a good way.
Exactly.
You know, we've talked a lot about the physical side of their jaw strength.
Yeah.
But what about the mental side of things?
Right.
Like, how does having that much biting power change how they see the world?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it really does make you think, huh?
It does.
To have all that power literally at your fingertips, or I guess in their jaws.
Right.
I mean, we can only guess.
Right?
But it's interesting to think about how that jaw strength might change their whole worldview.
Yeah.
Like, do they see a tennis ball as a chew toy while other dogs just see it as a bouncy friend?
Maybe. But even beyond toys, think about how they interact with other dogs.
Okay.
Because in the dog world,
Yeah.
jaw strengths can be a big deal
Right.
when it comes to who's the boss.
Oh, so like being the biggest, strongest kid in the schoolyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
And while that doesn't mean a Cane Corso is automatically going to be aggressive,
Right.
it probably means that they know
Yeah.
deep down
Uh-huh.
how strong they are
Right.
and how that affects how other dogs see them.
That makes training and socialization even more important for them than other breeds, right?
Absolutely.
Like
You got to
if-
teach them
Right.
to use their strength the right way.
So they can be strong but gentle.
Exactly.
And I guess that brings us back to being a responsible owner.
Right.
Owning a Cane Corso.
Yeah,
It's not for everybody.
definitely not.
You really got to understand their needs,
Yeah.
their history,
Right.
and that amazing power they have.
It's about being in charge of that power,
Mm-hmm.
making sure they use it for good,
Right.
for protection,
Yeah.
for being a great companion,
You're right.
and never for hurting anyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if anyone listening is thinking about getting a Cane Corso,
Yeah.
do your homework,
Yes.
talk to breeders,
Mm-hmm.
talk to owners,
Yes.
and be honest with yourself
Yeah.
about whether you're really ready.
It's a big responsibility,
It is.
but they can be
Yeah.
incredibly loyal and loving.
Right.
It's just something to think about.
Well said. This has been a super interesting deep dive.
It has.
We've learned so much about Cane Corso jaw strength,
we've covered it all.
the science behind it, the
Well, yeah,
history,
right.
and how it affects them every day.
It's fascinating stuff.
It really is, and I hope this has made you want to learn more.
Yeah. Keep learning about dogs.
You'll always be amazed.
You really will.
And if you want more deep dives into the world of dogs,
Right?
make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. Don't miss out.
We've got so many more amazing breeds and topics to explore.
Tons.
Until next time, happy learning.
And happy tail wags.
Mm.